The government has made clear its intention to increase the electricity tariffs in Linden from the 1st of July. Lindeners, however, continue to object to any such move. And today, Region 10 Chairman Sharma Solomon, along with the region's two parliamentary representatives, made clear their position. Solomon said the PPP government has failed consistently over the past 19 years to take any form of development to the region. Unemployment is at an all-time high and citizens just cannot afford to pay the increases at this stage. He said it is not that the Linden rates are too low, but that the rates for the rest of Guyana are too high, and Linden should not be made to pay for that. The APNU intends to now take the issue to the National Assembly.
The government have said that the decision to increase electricity tariffs in Linden is to bring Linden on par with other parts of Guyana. This is rubbish. The truth be told is that GPL is inefficient, insufficient, and its management is incompetent. The consequence of that is that the people of Guyana are paying higher electricity costs than they should. The solution is not to bring Linden grid into the national incompetence. Linden suffer from an average of 20% or 10% line loss or wastage, while GPL system suffers in excess of 40%.
Residents of the bauxite community believe the government's decision to increase the rates now is payback for their decision back in November to vote overwhelmingly for the opposition. Reality is, many Lindeners say they are in no position to pay new rates that will see their bills being increased by as much as 300%.
It is immoral for the government to impose further economic burden on the community where unemployment is measuring almost 70%. This prolonged economic deprivation has to be fixed before any increase in electricity tariffs can be considered. Consequently, the leadership of Region 10 has mandated its two parliamentary representatives to prepare the requisite motion to be tabled in Parliament with the goal of enabling discussions on the issues and finding solutions in the hallowed halls of the People's House.
Already, businesses in the community are worried about the increases and the impact they will have on them. Bauxite pensioners who in the past enjoyed a significant reduction in their electricity bills as part of their retirement package will now be forced to pay out more money that they might not have.
You have now a government painting people in Region 10 as a bunch of mendicants and beggars. That if the rest of the coastland and Georgetown can pay, those people should pay too, without putting into context the reality of what is really happening in Region 10. And this is what we're saying to people in Guyana, that the case would have been made by the government that if you can pay, they should pay. And this is why we're bringing the document out that says based on the development or the underdevelopment of the region, we are unable to pay. The reality is that Region 10 is not unwilling to pay. It is that we are unable to pay.
There is the need for the government to treat communities and industries across the country on the same level, Solomon said.
We're going to take it to the people of Guyana. We're going to take it to the Parliament so that this government can understand, like the arguments being put forward for Gaisuko, it's too big to fail. I personally believe that the sugar workers should not be faulted for the incompetence and the inefficiency of this government as it relates to Skeldon. Those people deserve to be subsidized. Likewise, I firmly believe Region 10 is in a position where they should be subsidized because their condition justifies that subsidies.
The Regional Democratic Council is in the process of starting a consultation drive across the community, looking at the realities of Linden, economic and otherwise, the community's underdevelopment, and ways of conserving and power consumption. When that document is completed, it will be handed over to the government and the opposition parties.